And we're officially at the halfway point of the NBA season, and the Warriors are now 3 games over 500 after rolling over the Portland Trail Blazers. Although there were some hairy moments in the third quarter, they ended up blowing away the Portland Trail Blazers and holding them to under 100 points and contributions everywhere, all across the lineup. And they had the 3-ball rolling. And we'll talk about that here on Tell You the Warriors post-game live here at the Gatehouse at Thrive City. Dub Nation's fired up. They got to see a win here against the Portland Trail Blazers for the first time this season. That's right, the Blazers going for the sweep as we welcome in the Hall of Famer Chris Mullin, the pride of Yale's De'Anthony. I am Bonte Hill, and we mentioned this in our pregame show. Get off to a fast start, sustain that lead. Look, it got down to 12 in the third quarter, but it never dipped under that point total.
Yeah, get off to a good start. Take advantage of the shorthanded Trailblazers without their 2 starters. Bonte, you mentioned it. They make 23 threes, shoot 40% from three-point range, 34 assists on 42 made field goals. So just a beautiful offensive output from everybody. Ball's moving around. Thought they got great contributions through the whole roster. And then defensively, they did a solid job forcing the Blazers into 29 points off turnovers. The Warriors had, I think, they have 13 turnovers for 21 points, but that's a manageable number. Right. But to force the Blazers into 29 points when they're shorthanded was a great effort defensively and offensively. The ball movement, Zena, and the high-quality three-point shots they generated, I thought everyone played with tremendous confidence tonight.
Agreed. When you talk about the ball movement, the Warriors have averaged 30 points in this last 10 games, that they've been playing. They've been 30 assists, rather, and now you're seeing 34 assists tonight, and it was just ease of ball movement, being able to get the ball inside the paint and then out. You just saw everyone getting a few touches. I loved it for them. Overall, though, you just like to see the continuity. The bench continuing to have their contributions. De'Anthony Melton, 23 points. Huge. Being able to hit that outside shot. We know that he struggled earlier this season with that. But overall, the defense, keeping a team, every single person under 20 points, and Stephen Curry got to sit.
And those bench points wind up being 69-45.
That's crazy.
So, that's a huge output from the bench. Just good vibes all around. I thought they're starting to build that momentum. Important. They got a big game coming with the Knicks. Yep. Keep stacking these wins, getting some separation from a team, Portland, right below them. So they didn't want to get swept. They went the home win and then start getting some separation for the teams around them, and Portland being the main team that's right behind them.
And now 3-1 on this 8-game homestand. As you mentioned, the Knicks on deck, then the Hornets, then a monster back-to-back against the Miami Heat and the Toronto Raptors. But you mentioned him, Zena, De'Anthony Melton. He's playing really well, and he stopped by with Fitz and Buki.
De'Anthony Melton with 23 points tonight. You've had that smile. The shot is there. The defense has always been there. What's clicking for you right now?
Man, I'm just trying to play with ultimate confidence. I think, what this team needs from me is just a jolt of energy on both ends of the floor. And that's all I'm trying to bring, my aggression, my IQ, and my discipline.
And also another big bench night for all of you guys coming off the bench. The flow is there offensively. Talk to me about the flow you guys are finding defensively, because you guys seem really connected on that side.
We're just trying to be active. I think, we listen to the game plan, and we try to just, provide that with a lot of effort. Defense comes down to a lot of effort and discipline. So we try to harp on that and continue to, play with our aggression on that side of the floor, too.
The Warriors have always had an issue with the non-Steph minutes, and now with Jimmy Butler, then you, Al Horford, Guy Santos, you guys are finding some chemistry. When Steph sits, that unit is taking it 2 teams right now.
Nah, most definitely, They say we might not need Steph not playing. Nah, but we just trying to just keep the flow going, keep the music playing. Jimmy does a great job of getting us under control and getting to certain spots that we need to be in to be successful. So we're trying to go out there and just be aggressive at the same time and just play with confidence. I think that's what he wants on the floor with us, and that's what the coaching staff wants too.
When we spoke to you last time, we discussed you having your burst back. Again tonight, you were exposing bigs anytime they switched out onto you. What goes through your mind when you see a big in front of you now that you got your legs back under you?
I see food. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to go out there and figure it out. Yeah, so it's just all the work I've been putting in through this time, these 13 months that I've been, working. So just trying to hopefully show it on the floor.
how much you enjoying this 8-game homestand. Halfway through, 3-1, halfway through the season. I would think the homestand in the second half of the season is going to be even better.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, these guys, they play so many road games, so many back-to-backs early on I wasn't a part of. So, I mean, at least I can do is just come out here and bring the energy and, you know, play with ultimate confidence for them too.
A beautiful night when it comes to the three ball for you guys, but how much are you guys focusing on how you're getting the threes? Because you guys were using the drop coverage, you were breaking the paint, the ball was moving around. There was a lot of energy behind the ball tonight.
We're trying to get open looks. I think penetrating kick is the biggest thing, especially with our group. Just, you know, attack downhill and just find an open guy and keep respacing. I think we moving without the ball, and we're doing a great job at just finding open looks for everybody else too.
De'Anthony, we'll let you go. You're the connector. They got young guys, they got old guys. You're the guy right in the middle, bringing it all together. Thanks for stopping. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, that is De'Anthony Melton with 23 points tonight, 4 made threes. He is having fun, and he is leading that bench group, which was so spectacular tonight, with 10 different guys making a three, and the Warriors win it going away, getting ready for New York on Thursday night.
And how about Melton, Willie? He is shooting the rock on his homestand very well. 12 of 26 from the three-point line during the first 4 games on this 8-game homestand, averaging over 18.5 points per game. It may be a matter of time when he's in the starting lineup, but so far his roll off the bench, he's paying dividends there playing next to Jimmy Butler.
No, Bonte, fits in Buki mentioned. He looks so healthy, moving so well, both offensively and defensively. His efficiency numbers have been great these last 4 or 5 games. He can knock down a three, but doesn't rely on that. He can get in the paint. He's a great finisher. And what I really like, Zena, is when he's getting those mismatches, he's driving by the big straight line, getting to the paint, make him put, you know, he can pull up for himself or find his teammate for a nice, easy bucket.
Yeah, he's been doing a really great job of that last 5 games, just under 16 points. And also, I just love the fact that he's averaging usually about 1 assist. He was a playmaker tonight alongside Jimmy Butler. He talked even just in the post-game interview about we like the fact that Jimmy gets us under control. That's something he adds to his game, too. We've typically ascribed the fact that he's a really great point-of-attack defender, not necessarily his scoring game, but just that he can help organize things just by his presence on the floor. It's nice to have him pop offensively.
Yeah, again, 12 of 26 from 3 over his last 4 games. He entered the Milwaukee game shooting 22% from the three-point line, so his game is rolling offensively as well as defensively. Then you have Brendan Pajemski helping out off that bench for the Golden State Warriors, 15 points tonight for Pods. And look, maybe he showed out because Kaylin Chen and Natalie Nakase were in the building. We know how big of a fan he is of the Golden State Valkyries, but Brendan Pajemski, another solid night for him after having a solid December, Mully.
Yeah, well, I'm a fan of Pods when he's playing like this, Bonte. Last month, he's been phenomenal coming off the bench. Again, his efficiency numbers are way up, which tells me good decision-making, playing with and without the basketball, confident, decisive. Both he, Melton, and Horford have really started playing well together off the bench.
Yeah, Brandon Pajemski, we've seen him be so much more decisive coming off that pick and roll, getting into the paint and not turning it over or trying to force something from a floater position. He is capable of hitting that mid-range really solidly now, getting on 2 feet, coming up balanced in his shot. It's beautiful to see, and being able to hit that outside shot with confidence, not stuttering into his shot, but really shooting it in the flow of the game.
Just 1 turnover for Brandon Pajemski
That's
tonight.
beautiful.
That is beautiful basketball from the backup point guard on this roster as we take a look at the bench stat comparison. And we know Portland was without Denny Avia, without Jeremy Grant, without Chris Murray, without Matisse Thybulle, and the bench took full advantage of it, scoring 69 points and shooting 50% from the floor. Those are some staggering numbers there, and helped leading the charge as well was Gary Payton II, who was 3 of 5 tonight. He stopped by for a little one-on-one with the great KB, Gareth Burke.
All right, you guys took care of business against the Blazers, helped out by 23 threes. How did you guys get that shot going?
Just move the ball, make it simple, hit singles, don't turn over the ball, and, find the shooters.
A new season high for De'Anthony Melton with the 23 points, just in 18 minutes. What do you think about, that's right, round of applause. What do you think about what he has accomplished this season coming off the ACL?
No, it's good. Rehab's always, not fun, just to see your guys out there having fun and you're back there, getting right. But he got right. He came back, and we know when he gets right what he can bring. He's been putting together a nice little streak of games here.
Yeah. Melt is smiley, but is he tough?
Oh, absolutely. Tough as snails. And I love when they finally put us together. So when we were out there, we cause havoc, and, we look out for each other. So, it's always fun playing with Melt.
It's the halfway point in the season. You guys are 3 games over 500. You're 8th in the West. How do you think about where you stand?
We'll be all right. If we don't give up games in the last 2 minutes, I think we'll be. But, you know, we've got the backhand of the season to go look forward to and, you know, clean up all that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, should get interesting.